Welcome back in, everyone. Another live check outside. Going to be seeing things just continuing to be with that milky haze to the skies with a little bit of wildfire smoke mixing in with a limited amount of cloud cover today. But of course, just adds to a little bit of our weather story with all the sun out and about and temperatures continuing to be on that climb. And as we may have discussed or have discussed a lot of times, some of these temperatures do not update until we get to that 1 o'clock hour. So as of what you're seeing right now, a lot of these are likely right around that 90-degree mark, Columbia, Lexington, so basically a degree or two higher as to what you're seeing right now. Similar for areas, obviously out towards the west, just basically add a degree or two to what you're seeing on the board. That was what you have right now. So Orangeburg, you're likely already jumping over that 90-degree mark, continuing to slowly get towards 94 today. Good average mark for the high temperature, but the main thing still continues as it's not going to be as humid. Yes, a lot of sun out there. The heat is there. Everything will continue to be on the up and up. The extreme UV index, plentiful direct sunshine, but we don't get more of the heat index to rise until we get into Wednesday. That's when we see a big bump up, and of course we're going to be getting into more of these just situations where we're getting back to, even though Tuesday's not going to be as humid, still a heat index above 100. In fact, tomorrow should be around 103. So all those days I have the caution, the yellow lawnmower out to just indicate, hey, we could see slightly hotter temperatures that could be a bit more comfortable for your average person, or we're just going to be seeing a bit more in the way of also some storm chances returning. Either way, today has been just truly a drier one out there. And the futurecast still is trying to project a little bit of rain activity later today in extremely isolated capacity. Still going to be tough for any of that to actually form, actually make it to the surface as showers. Now, we can still see some clouds billow up, and even a little bit more moisture held in clouds sometimes could show up on radar, but it's not going to be anything that should be falling as rain other than a couple little tiny spots. It's extremely hard when you have high pressure rolling into the state like we are today for any rain to actually pan out. And that is something we see tomorrow morning into the afternoon. Yes, Futurecast still is going to showcase that, but I'm telling you right now, really difficult to see anything in the way of rain other than an extremely unlikely, and more so I would say unlucky, shower or a pop-up storm or two. And that's all that would happen around the region between these 2 days. Then, for the most part, as we go into Wednesday, a bit more confidence, because look at those windows. If you could see them closely on your screen between the south and southwest, that is where we see more humidity, moisture, the flow we need to get more of that into our atmosphere to create more instability, to not only give us a sweltering Wednesday, it's going to be a very hot day for the middle of this week where that heat index is above 105, but also isolated storm risks. And that's, of course, something that you're so accustomed to, a typical July day. Get ready for that heat again, bumping right back into the Palmetto State in a just more so average sense as we look onward. Highs are going to be around 97. You could add about 10 degrees to that, in short, for the heat index. Today, though, it is going to be more so about feeling closer to the actual temperature as we get towards a high in the mid-90s and the heat index barely climbing to the upper 90s. So with just breaks in the shade, it's not going to feel as bad. Of course, inside enclosed spaces it will, but I digress. We continue to track back down during the overnight period. A really nice travel day today. If you got that pair of sunglasses on you, it's going to be beautiful as long as that AC is working okay in your car. We've got lower 70s coming at us overnight, continuing into the first alert 10-day forecast. Let's bring it in. Let's see what you got. It's going to be more in the way of hot for tomorrow. We got the upper 90s coming, the sunshine out and about, yes, but then get ready for the later phases of this week because it's not just hot, it is humid again. The triple-digit heat index values will be coming fast, along with some storm chances into the afternoon. You got to keep your eyes on the sky about.